Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video I have this spring inspired makeup look for you guys. It's very sunny and bright outside, so I thought why not create a spring makeup look. So yeah, I also wanted to wear a very bright pink lip, so that is what I did. And yeah, if you want to see how I created this look and the products that I used, then please keep watching. So to start off my makeup, I'm using my MAC lip conditioner to prime my lips. And the first primer that I'm actually using is the BECCA First Light Priming Filter. I am obsessed with this primer. It's just so good. If you haven't tried it yet, I would highly recommend to first buy the travel sized one so you can try it out for yourself. But I know people with dry skin love this primer a lot, and I myself have oily skin or a combination oily skin, and I love it like so much. I use it in combination with a mattifying primer like this one. I use the BECCA Ever Matte Poreless Primer, and I'm using that in the areas that I have larger pores, but it also helps me to stay matte during the day. Now for my eyeshadow base, I used the Louise base in the shade Rumor 2. I used way too much product on my eyelids, so I used a paper towel to wipe a lot of the product off of my brush. And later on, I'm also using my sponge to get a more even base, and it also helps to get a little bit of the product off of my eyelids. For today's eyeshadow palette, I used the Nikkie Tutorials in collaboration with Beauty Bay eyeshadow palette, and I started off in my inner corners with the color Vla. I struggled a little bit using this color to really get it like pigmented and really show up. So I'm really also building up the color, and I tried my best to blend it out as seamless as I could. For this part, I only use the yellow on like the inner part towards the middle of my eye. And the next shadow that I used is Blend and Snap, and I used it like on the outer third of my eye. Also, I felt like this shadow was way more pigmented almost, because it came off on my eye way more pigmented than the yellow. But I think that a yellow shade is harder to make than like a pink shade, so I'm not sure if that was the case, but yeah, that is how I found that the colors blended and had more payoff. So the shimmer shade that I used on my eyelid, like on the inner third I would say of my eye, is the shade Pride. It is so reflective. It was so beautiful. I really like this shade. Now this was so hard, you guys. I wanted a white liner, and I used the Suva Beauty Hydra Liner in Space Panda. I only left in this part of the eyeliner because I struggled so much. In between, I'm using the Gigibee lashes, Gigibee Beauty lashes in the style Honey, and the Lash Sensational Mascara from Maybelline. But I struggled so hard, and I was so out of frame the whole time while doing my eyeliner that I left it out. If I was in frame, I probably would left more footage in so you could see me actually struggle. But yeah. Let's continue. For my foundation, I used my Born This Way foundation from Too Faced in the shade Natural Beige. I decided to use a sponge this time because I don't know, I wanted a more like seamless, even, almost skin-like finish, and I feel like with a sponge you can achieve that look way better than with a brush. So that is what I did, and I feel like the primer, the BECCA primer that I used, helped a lot because it kept my skin very glowy. Now for my concealer, I used my Born This Way concealer in the shade Almond, and I'm blending that out with my sponge. To set my under eyes, you can tell I really love this powder. This is from Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish Skin Perfecting Micro Powder in the shade Medium. And I only use this underneath my eyes. I don't know what it is about this powder, but it makes my under eyes so smooth. It's beautiful. It's expensive, but it's beautiful. For the rest of my face, I use my RMCA No Color Powder. I feel like it's very lightweight and it doesn't add any coverage to your foundation, and also not extra like color. So that is why I liked this powder to set the rest of my face. Now for my lower lash line, I forgot to put a white liner or white pencil because the shades, the yellow and the pink, didn't pop as much as I would have liked. But yeah. For my bronzer, I'm using my favorite, you already know, my Benefit Hoola bronzer in the shade Caramel. I don't know what it was today, but my bronzer on the other side was a little bit more blotchy or muddy, and I don't know what it is. I feel like it's the brush because it's not the bronzer, I know that, and it's not the foundation because I use the combination all the time. For my highlighter, I'm using my Anastasia Beverly Hills and Amrezy collaboration highlighter. Can we just take a moment to see how blinding and beautiful this highlighter is? I just want to bathe myself in this highlighter. Like, oh my god, I love this one so much. One of my all-time favorite highlighters, for sure. For my blush, I'm using my BH Cosmetics blush. This is one of their floral blushes, and mine is in the shade Caribean Coral. It gives you just that hint of peach blush on the cheeks. And for my lip, it's the star of the show today. My lip liner is from ColourPop and it's in the shade Dial Up. And let's see, because the lipstick is also from ColourPop, it's their lippy stick. Yes, it's the ColourPop. It's a cream finish and it's in the shade Casanova. And that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you really like it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.